Hey everybody, it's Dispeller, and I have chapter 13, day 13 of How to Heal a Broken Heart in 30 Days. Let me get to where this light is not shining in my face. All right, I hope everybody is having a wonderful week. I have been working quite a bit this week compared to normally. And I don't just mean day-wise. I mean, I've been working doing a lot. Yesterday was crazy busy at the bakery. Well, you can imagine with the holidays, people have orders that they've ordered. When I came in, they told me you can't go slow today. You need to go really fast. We got a lot to do. So I booked it. Then I came home. Well, actually, I didn't even come home. Carol came and picked me up because I needed to get some fly traps for these stupid fruit flies, which we now have a bunch of them hanging up. Um, which we really don't care what you think of it, because I know people have a big old fit about, ew, they got those nasty fly things in their house. Let's just say nasty fly things mean that we don't have flies in our house because they kill the flies and then we throw them out. I'd rather have nasty fly things for a moment till we can throw them out than have nasty flies flying all over my face. So we got taken care of, and Carol bought those for us. And after that, well, she had brought my foster parents with her, which you guys saw the Christmas carol or Christmas song video that we did in the car. And so you saw that we were together. And then we went to a warehouse to pick up a Christmas gift or some kind of something for my foster brother. And then she brought them here, and my foster parents got to come in and see the house and see the cats. And it was fun. It was a good time. Anyway, just updating you a little bit on what's going on with me. So tomorrow I work again, and then the next day, of course, is Christmas, and I'm looking so forward to that. So we're going to be reading about creativity today. That's the name of the day, creativity. Congratulations, you've come through nearly 2 weeks since your breakup, and you're still with us, still making progress. That's one way in which this, your 13th day of recovery, is your lucky day, which those of you that know me know I don't believe in luck, but that's what it says, so I'm reading it. But your real good fortune today will be to discover the wellspring that will give your rate of recovery a special boost. This wellspring is simply your ability to create your own prescription for promoting your own happiness. Even if you've never given yourself credit before for being a creative person, start thinking of yourself that way now. Everyone uses creative faculties in solving the everyday problems of their lives. Once you realize that, you can start using your creativity to find new and more effective ways to move back toward happiness. As we noted at the outset of this book, our method for promoting your recovery is to urge you to use a variety of techniques to reduce stress and take a series of actions that will help to prevent you from succumbing to depression. As we've also noted, our tips of recommended actions for accomplishing this are far from exhaustive. We've invited you to come up with your own ideas for doing this. Today, we're going to insist that you do so. Don't worry, we'll help you start. Here are 13 non-tip tips that may give you some ideas of your own to make yourself feel better. Before you start reading, grab a pencil and paper and start making notes of your own ideas so you don't forget to act on them later. Number 1, treat yourself as you would a baby. Wear flannel pajamas with built-in socks and give yourself a big hug before going to sleep. Hum yourself to sleep with your favorite lullaby. 2, count the new friends you've made at the end of each week and update your address book with information on how to contact them. List all of the new things you've tried today on your calendar. 3, imagine that your thin skin is toughening up. Your recovery from your present hurt will help prevent any future disappointments from hurting as badly. 4, make new plans to improve your life for this whole year. Then make a pledge to yourself that you will modify those plans only as needed. Even a meandering amble down an uneven path is better than standing still. 5, budget time for daily moments of sharing your warmth with others. These moments will invite the caring that you need in your life right now. 6, refresh and regain a positive attitude. No one owes you emotional paybacks for relationships past. Many people are like generals who waste time endlessly analyzing the last war, instead of devising new tactics to triumph in the next. If you keep reminiscing about a relationship that no longer exists, you'll never catch up with the present. Keep it up, and someday your prospects for a new relationship will die from fear of commitment. The worst kind of romantic may be the curable one. 7. Pull a reverse. Put yourself in the shoes of your lost lover. Use this new perspective to better understand, not empathize with, the true motives that led to your parting. I think that's interesting that they say not to empathize with, because as soon as you get into empathy, you start feeling sorry for somebody. You start feeling what they were feeling, and then you run back to them. Bad plan. Number 8. Stick out your lower lip as you look in the mirror and do a huge pout. Then laugh at your crybaby face, the one that's behind all your whining, tantrums, and sulking about feeling left out. Remember that you're an adult with responsibilities and must find a mature means to address your new challenges. This second childhood behavior is often a cry to be reparented. Work to make peace with your history, not to replay it. I like that. Number 9, that which obsesses possesses. If you've caught yourself wondering if your ex is having too much fun without you, imagine him or her as already lost in the arms of another. Then dismiss that image. It's not your concern, and any such thoughts will only waste your time. All you need to know is that your ex is living a life of his or her own choice. If you still love your ex, you should respect his choices no matter how much they may hurt you at this time. AKA, grow up. That's the way I would say it. Get over it. 10. And untangle the truth so it no longer suits your own immediate needs. Accept the realities, deal with them, heal from them, and move on. Scream, kick, keep a journal, join an ashram. I don't know what that is. Swim with the dolphins, play with your dog, even take your inner child out for inner ice cream. Do whatever it takes to get rid of the ghosts of the past. Have the courage to admit that you were once in love, no matter how awful that may seem now, and heal forward from there. It's kind of like, look at it objectively. You loved this person, you were super close at one time, and now you're not. Okay, end of story, move on. Number 11, get busy productively. Many people attack their pain by just burying themselves in busyness, but that usually won't create useful new insights unless the busyness contributes to your personal growth. Very true. When I lost my husband from him going to jail, I didn't just busy myself so I didn't have to think about it. I let myself feel it. I grieved. I cried. I screamed. I probably threw things. I didn't break anything, but I threw things. I was angry. I was hurt. I was frustrated. I didn't understand. I blamed myself for a while. What did I do? Why didn't I see any red flags? Why didn't I do something when I saw them? I knew why I didn't. It's not that easy to get out of a marriage, especially when you don't have money, which those of you that know me know that I've never had money to do much of anything with. So I did go through all those emotions, but I didn't do non-productive actions. I began immediately applying for jobs, and then I finally went out to work and actually worked a job. A full-time job, by the way, guys, just so you know, from morning till early evening. I was a phone operator. And no, not that kind. I actually helped people get medications for Medicaid. If you don't believe me, it was called APEC, I believe. It's called something else. It became Global Something Solutions after that. It was in Mount Joy, Iowa. You can look it up. It's an actual thing. And I worked there from like 8 or 9 in the morning till 5 or 6 at night, I think. It was dark when I got out of there most of the time. It was a long day. It was all day with breaks and lunch, and they watched you like a hawk. You didn't come in 1 minute late from a lunch or you got written up, and so many write-ups and you were kicked out of there. So I had to, it was like being in a dang military camp or something. Anyway, I did work, and it was a full-time job. And that's how I got over my husband going to jail. And I did visit him in jail, and I told you all about how his answers would be different every time. And they finally let him out with lack of evidence. So any of you that have created a new story around that, he was never convicted as far as put in prison for what he did. they said they did not have enough evidence to convict him, whatever the heck that means. So he was let out in 9 months. Okay, anyway, just thought I'd let you know that. All right, and I know my daughter says I tell too much, but honestly, I've told that before, so it's not new too much. It's just too much. Okay, every time you lift a glass of water or whatever you drink, welcome in 4 or 5 people. Before you sip, say a silent toast to yourself and praise all of your virtues. See how long a toast you can devise. 2 minutes is good, 5 is terrific. 13, make up a prayer for your speedy recovery. Prayer is actually a movement toward hope, one of the most sustaining of all human sentiments. So if you pray, make it part of your learning and growing. Back all of your prayers with actions that take you to a better place in your life. That was 13 non-tips, whatever non-tip is. I don't know. I didn't write the book. I'm just reading it. Did any of these tips, now they're calling them tips again. Did any of these tips inspire your own ideas for accelerating your recovery? Did you agree with any of these tips? Good. What would you change to make the tip work for you? See how easy it is to be creative? Just spot a problem and come up with a solution of your own. Now that you've got that figured out, this really is your, there we go with that word again, lucky day. It's your blessed day. Use that creative capacity on your anxieties, which probably come from fearing that you may not merit the love that you need. This feeling will cripple your healing until you dispose of it. So turn these groundless anxieties into challenges. You're strong enough now to rise to the challenges for the rest of your life. Love involves passionately giving to and taking from others, not getting utterly lost in their glories. If there's going to be a next time for romantic love in your future or friendship, be nobody's martyr. And if you must be a hero, plan to be a hero just for yourself. Yeah, I think that's where everybody runs into problems is we're always taught to take care of other people. A lot of us were taught that from the time we were kids. We were supposed to, toe the line, obey our parents, honor your father and mother, whatever. And that's all good. But then in friendships, you feel like you always have to be the one to give. And even when the other person does nothing but take or destroy you for the giving, you keep on giving. At some point, you have to realize that you have a right to have your wants and needs and desires respected. You have the right to be honored. It's not always about giving to the other person and losing yourself. And if you are losing yourself in a relationship, it's not healthy. Okay, getting outside help. If you're like most of the readers of this book, you've already decided to improve your feelings about the changes in your life all on your own. There is every evidence that your active determination to improve your outlook will succeed. But what should those of our readers do who feel that they need extra help beyond the standardized kind that we offer here? No matter how helpful our counsel may be, we'd suggest that you start by doing some homework. For example, you will find an interesting article on the potential benefits of a variety of methods of treating mental health problems at the following website. Then they give you a website. Let's see. About psychotherapy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Bottom line, our own review of the study's findings produced a somewhat different set of conclusions than those arrived at by the author. That may come as no surprise. As a professor of psychology at the University of Pennsylvania, the author of the article seems to have a horse of his own in this race. The authors of this book do not practice as psychotherapists, nor as teachers of the art. Perhaps that's why we were most impressed by 2 findings from the study. First, Alcoholics Anonymous and its famous 12-step method produced much higher levels of self-assessed improvement than any other type of therapy. Mutual support groups, family medical doctors, and all types of psychotherapists all produced roughly comparable levels of improvements for the first 6 months of treatment. After that, therapists pulled ahead, but we must interject some rather large buts. This is interesting. So what they're saying is people that went to AA had the same amount of improvements and advancements as people that went to therapists. But after that, therapists did better with the people. These days, who has an insurer that will pay for more than 6 months of therapy, and who can afford to pay for it out of pocket? The study didn't address the fact that most family doctors probably didn't want to continue working with patients with mental health problems for more than 6 months at a time for professional as well as financial reasons. And finally, the study failed to measure the degree of self-assessed improvement in the large group of respondents who chose to deal with their problems on their own or just with the help of family, friends, or religious advisors. So we don't know if do-it-yourself mental health tactics might not be as fully effective as formal therapy or medical treatment. So what they're saying is reading this book and doing your own self-help may be just as effective as seeing a therapist. However, I am seeing one today later on. Interestingly, psychiatrists, psychologists, and social workers all were associated with about the same degree of improvement, while marriage counselors weren't quite as effective as the rest of the mental and physical health professionals. No one type of, hey, good morning, no one type of therapy proved to be more effective than any other. In short, most people who sought help from a mental health professional did feel they got better, much better, within a reasonable period of time. But because of the nature of this study, we have no way of knowing how much healing the passage of time alone brings to a broken or anguished heart. They do say that time heals all wounds, so I get why they're saying that maybe just the time going by could have been what helped heal a person. And then there are some poor people, and it makes me really sad to think about this, but there's some people that don't ever heal from a breakup. There's years and years go by and they're still pining over it, and it's sad. I've met people like that. It's like, how long ago did this happen? Oh, about 20 years ago. And you're still going on about it. You're still stuck. What can I do to help you get unstuck? Seriously. I can't even imagine. I mean, it doesn't take me long to get over things, but I'm not everybody. I'm very resilient. I bounce back very quickly from things, thankfully. The only time I don't is when other people get involved and start telling me what to do and advising me too much. Then I don't do my own self-healing work, and I struggle big time because I'm the type of person that, yes, I can take advice, but your advice and your urging me to do stuff is not going to help me find my way of getting through something. I have to do it on my own. I have to pull away gradually from relationships. I'm not somebody that just snaps my fingers and, okay, I'm over it. I'm going to just go and do this now. No, I have to find ways to gradually let go. It's not something that happens quick for me. Okay, the mutual support group. We've carefully considered the findings from this report and many others, including studies of clinical efficacy. We've also talked about the utility of psychotherapy at length and off record with distinguished psychotherapists and psychologists in private practice and on the faculties of leading universities. As a result, we'd encourage those of our readers who want to add a formal treatment method to help relieve their anguish to seek out an appropriate mutual support group, or MSG. There are several reasons for our recommendation, but most of them boil down to cost effectiveness. For addictive conditions, especially alcoholism, the Alcoholics Anonymous, the MSG route is a time-tested path to an effective solution for those who are committed to change their self-destructive behaviors. And the cost of this therapy is quite often just your free time. Finding the right group to participate in is critical. For more information on MSGs, you can start your research at our website. They give you their website. If you need any of these things that I say, they give you this, let me know later on. Email me at DelusionDispeller@gmail.com. And by the way, if you like this material or other material that I've put on here, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share the video. There are other videos. If you don't like this kind of format, go watch my other videos. I got all kinds of them. There's entertainment videos, there's drama videos, there's everything on my channel, not website, channel. Well, it kind of is a website, but you know what I mean. Okay, your local newspaper, hospital, or community health center may also have useful information that will help you identify a group that shares your kind of issues. So find a group, a mutual support group, one-on-one therapy. You may be too shy to muster the courage to try an MSG, or you may be too financially comfortable to consider setting aside the privacy of your pain in order to make uncomfortably open disclosures that will be called for in a mutual support group. It may be more suitable for you to share your pains privately with a therapist, or if your emotional problems are severe and persistent, or produced by conditions that prescribed medications or even surgery can relieve, one-on-one treatment by a mental health professional or doctor may be your best answer. Whatever path you may follow to find answers to your unique problems, we of course wish you well. We would also encourage you to continue to practice the exercises and reflections suggested in this book. After all, there's no such problem as enjoying too much mental health or just plain feeling too good. Given your body's natural tendency to heal its wounds, wellness is only a matter of time. Okay, that was just day 13. I keep saying chapter, but that was day 13. Whew, that was a lot to read and a lot of really technical information. And I'm sorry if you don't like that stuff. I'm just reading the book as is, so, and adding a little bit of interjections in there about me and stuff I've gone through, etc. Anyway, so how is everybody, or one buddy? How are you, Spoof, if you're still in here? Or one person, whoever's in here? What's new? How's it going? So, just for an FYI, for the most part, and I've talked to my husband, I said, why won't you let me fight and stand up for myself? Why won't you let me have a voice against these people that keep talking against me? He said, you can, but it's not going to do you any good. So I want to let you know, for the most part, I'm kind of over all that other stuff. The Ghosts of Christmas Past that Angie posted pretty much summed up my feelings even now. So I don't really need to reiterate. It's all right there. I don't know what she did with that video or if it's still there or whatever, but yeah, it pretty much summed it up. Really, listening to that video again, nothing changed. I know people say, oh no, it's different now. There's change. I don't see it. I did see it for a while until certain people came into the situation and then there was no change again. So for me personally, I'm pretty much over all of it. But obviously I'm still mentioning it, so I'm not totally over it. And that's just being honest and truthful. It takes me a while, like I said. But as far as being able to function in my actual life, like I do get up when I have to and go to work. I do my fitness routine. I do eat right. I take care of myself. Last night I made sure I got enough sleep. So it doesn't totally control my whole life, whether I have something going on or not have it going on. That's just me. That should be everybody, really. No one situation should control everything you do and think. That's not healthy. I have balance in my life, so. Anywho, that's pretty much it on that. I'm going to sit here and paint my nails, see if anybody wants to chat. If you don't, that's fine. I'll just go, but I'm going to paint my nails because I want them painted. And they're going to look garbagey, and I don't really care because I'm not going anywhere. And when I work, I wear gloves, so nobody really sees my nails. But it makes me feel good to put paint on them. I don't know why. It's cathartic or something. I'm goofy like that. So the end of my video is going to be me painting my nails. Woohoo. Fun times. So this morning I let my kitties come in. 3 o'clock in the morning, I opened my bedroom door and let the kitties come in. I rolled over and Maverick scratched me on the eyebrow. Like, oh, welcome back, Spoof. What's happening in your neck of the woods, Spoofer? You and your hubby getting together for Christmas, doing anything special, or maybe after Christmas? I will probably sing another Christmas song or two and record it today. I just figured my foster parents and my daughter and I singing yesterday in the car covered the Christmas songs for yesterday. I've been trying to do at least one or two every day because I know you guys like those Christmas songs. Oh, good, Spoof. That's good. I give you a lot of credit. I can't even imagine having a marriage where I didn't see my husband all the time. Although lately, I think we both need a break from each other at times. We drive each other nuts. In a good way, but sometimes not such a good way. But breaks are always good. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, indeed. Oh, man. Anyway, I think after I'm done reading this book, How to Heal a Broken Heart in 30 Days, I think my next book reading is going to be The Language of Letting Go. I was going to do boundaries, but Sweet Wheat and I were supposed to do boundaries, and she's already decided on her boundaries, and they're against me. So we won't be doing that together. We will just part ways in peace, and she will go and be the caretaker that she is. And that's okay. Somebody's got to be, I guess. I will do the language of letting go like I used to do. I used to call it the Letting Go series. And I'll go back to that. We'll go over it again. Because honestly, you can't really learn those kind of self-help things too much. You really need to have refresher courses, especially when you go through things over and over. And you need to rekindle in your mind the proper way of being, so to speak. So yeah, I'll be doing that. That's my next endeavor, the Language of Letting Go book. I won't do it in order because I lost some of the pages out of the book, but I'll just take like the pages that are in there. I won't list like which page they are. I'll just read them and share them because they're really good. And The Language of Letting Go is probably the book that has helped me the most in all of the breakup situations I've had in life with people. So I think it would be a good thing to share with you guys. Anyhow, it is clear to me that this true crime section of YouTube has actually become the drama section of YouTube more than anything. And that's why I don't get a lot of people in my room, because I don't do a lot of drama. So, I mean, every time I notice, I'm watching the numbers. As soon as I start talking about relationships with people on here, the numbers go up, 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 up. All I have to do is say the name of another creator and some relationship issue I had, or a little clink, chink, whatever you call them. And then all of a sudden my number will go 3, 4, 5 and climb. As soon as I stop talking about that and talk about mundane stuff, you guys are out of here. So I already know this is the drama section of YouTube, which I never wanted to be part of, but by default I am. Thank you. No, thank you to Chris Watts. It is what it is. And I have met a lot of really nice people on here over the years. Some of them are gone. I've been looking over older videos and looking at comments and names, and those people are nowhere to be seen, even in the lurkers, because by process of deduction, they're not there. Trust me, they're not there anymore. They may have gone to a different section of YouTube, or maybe entirely got off of YouTube because this DelusionDispeller person is too much drama for them. So, okay, whatever. I'm really trying to hunt down some more people that are of like mind, like belief, which is word of faith, as you know. I want to find out if they will come over to my channel and start talking about our beliefs, because maybe if you hear it from other people, it will be easier to understand or even accept if it's something that you might. I know that I am not the best spokesperson for it anymore because of all the antics of myself over time. Unfortunately, getting caught up in all kinds of stuff that is just not me has tarnished my word of faith reputation, if you will. Possibly spoof, but other people have tons of people in their room, so that tells me that drama is where it's at. Anyhow, so I don't know. I don't know what else to say. As far as my involvement in past things that are being discussed now, I pretty much got out of a lot of it before whatever alleged stuff went on. So there's not much I can say about it because I knew nothing about it and I don't need to know anything about it. It's not my business. Y'all will work that out if you do or not or whatever. I'm not worried about it. I have to take care of my own stuff here. And right now, I am going to probably exercise today. I have a therapy appointment today, which probably means taking a bus again, which is fine with me. I've been working on this painting here, my paint by number, and I'm still working on that. Yeah, I know, Spoof. I know. But when you do occasionally express how you feel about being mistreated, then your numbers climb. I've seen it. I've been in your room and I've watched it happen. I've been in Rodney's room and watched it happen. People want to talk about people, especially people on here that diss people all the time. Um, and I see no reason for it. There's once in a while I'm going to say something if I feel like it, but there's other stuff going on in my life rather than that. And once you part from all of that, it's really not an issue in my life. Even if I pop back in and see what's being talked about, it's the same old stuff. There's nothing new under the sun with that. And whatever, if they want to spend their time on that nonsense, let them. It's their channel. They can do what they want. If I have to be the topic of conversation once in a while to make them feel better about themselves and justify what they did, then that's what it is. But I'm not going to constantly talk about that every time I come on here. That's why I have the book reading. That's why I'm going to find other things to talk about. And that's why I have a life outside of YouTube. I wasn't on YouTube much at all yesterday. I worked. I traveled a little bit with my daughter. I came home, hung out with Matthew. We watched, what was it we watched? A James Bond movie, actually. I didn't get to watch all of it. And it was probably good I didn't, because there was like not good stuff in the end of it. But even the beginning of it was kind of hard for me to watch. Anyway, so we watched a little bit of that together, and then I fed the cats. Oh man, excuse me. And then I think I went to bed like shortly after that. I didn't really do a whole lot. Oh, I did a puzzle only to find out that oh yeah, Spoof. Only to find out that the puzzle pieces that I had, it was an old puzzle. And what was weird was the puzzle pieces had come apart. So it was like the cardboard part of the piece without the top with the picture on it. So I had to glue it as I did it. Only to find out that the puzzle, once I got it almost done, was just the frame. There were none of the inner pieces. I think there were one or two of them. I'm like, I'm not going to do this. So I put the puzzle away, and that was it for the puzzle. I do want to do some more puzzles. I have to figure out what I did with them, though. Dig them out and do them. But today is focus on fitness and clean up my house a little bit, do some laundry probably, and get to my therapy appointment. It's pretty much what's on tap for me today. That's about all. Anywho, yeah, that's about it. I don't have anything else to say. And and take the video or the movie back at some point. Before you know it, Christmas will be here. And I'm looking forward to being with the family and having the food and giving the presents and getting the presents and all the stuff that Christmas entails. So it's going to be a fun time for all. I got pop-ups popping up everywhere here. What the heck? I've also been doing this new Bible study. It's from the Hillsdale College. I'll show it to you. They do other stuff besides Bible, but like this is Adam and Eve. He's talking like the deeper things of Adam and Eve, deeper into the study of it. Oh, there you go, Spoof. You go, girl. Treat yourself. So yeah, I just came on to do the book reading and to see if anybody wanted to chat. And Spoofer always is there to chat if she's around, which is nice. So that was fun. Anywho, I don't know. You get to a certain age and life is kind of mundane anyway. In general, you know, the only drama I ever have is on here. There's nothing exciting happening in my real life, really. The most exciting thing, well, this was pretty exciting, was when I walked into Pizza Ranch and my foster parents were there because we didn't expect them to come into town. Actually, we weren't sure if they were going to get into town from New York. But so that was pretty cool seeing them in Iowa like that all of a sudden. But that was about as dramatic as things got in my real life, other than like, well, honestly, stuff on here does influence my real life. Like when Matthew was being attacked, it was causing lots of problems for us. So, because I want to defend him and he doesn't want me defending him. So, I was told to butt out in no uncertain terms, and I've done my best to do that. I'm just a fixer and a rescuer, and it's very easy for me to want to help people that I feel are being unjustly treated. And he said, nope, 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 there's nothing more you need to say. We've said all we need to say. We're done. Okay. Oh, that's cool. A lot of people do celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve. We used to do both. We used to have Christmas Eve where we'd go one place, and then Christmas Day we'd go to 3 other places. Back when I was married in my first marriage, because I had lots of family living back then, lots of them. I had my grandma on my mother's side, my grandma on my father's side, my grandma on my stepfather's side, and then Roland had his grandma and his mom on his side. And I don't think he had a grandpa on his father's side. I think they had passed already. But yeah, so we would go to 3 separate grandma's houses on Christmas Day. So Christmas Eve, we would do like the family stuff, I think is how we did it. And in the morning, we would do family stuff. We would give the kids gifts from Santa Claus, and they would open them up. So we did that. Anyhow, I do need to find a video today, and maybe those of you who have ample time on your hands can help me find it. There was a video I did. If I posted it, and I try to repost all of my videos, I've actually opened up my archives, so to speak, for the most part. There's some I'm not reposting, but because they deal with stuff I really don't want to repost. But the ones that I did, if you can find where I pretty much apologized for my behavior over the past year, when I was in a certain situation that was having influence over me, I would really appreciate it if you could tell me what video that was on, because there's some people that would like me to share that with them personally, because they didn't get to see the video. So if you would be able to help me out in that, and I don't mean to embarrass the people that want to see the video. That's why I'm not saying their name. But I don't really know where the video is. I don't remember which one it was. But it would have to be in the last month or 2, I would say. So I'm going to go back today and see if I can locate it myself by going through all those videos, all those live streams over the last couple months. If you have time and you have ample time on your hands, you want to help me out like that, email it to me. If you find it, tell me what the name of it is and link me, or just name it and I'll try to find it myself, to DelusionDispeller@gmail.com. So please, I'll put my email right here. If you find that video where I said I was sorry or I apologized for hurting people, for being insensitive, for being resistant when people gave me advice, that kind of thing, please let me know, because I want to share that video with the people that requested it, who missed out on it, so that they feel, validated, and feel like I care. More than just validation, but just that I cared, and that I did know that I hurt them, and that I feel sorry about it, and I'm sad about it, and I want things to feel right between us again, because I'm not going back to that situation ever again. I have learned my lesson. It took me a while, but I finally learned it. So yeah, if you could help me out like that, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, so there's 6 people in here. Does anybody want me to stay and chat with you? If you don't, I guess just don't respond and I will head off. I'll give it a moment. I'm just trying to be respectful. I'm not trying to be like, okay, somebody chat with me or I'm dying without some kind of interaction. It's not like that. I just don't want to be disrespectful if you did want to chat and then sign off before you could talk to me. And if you're just lurking because you're trying to see if DD, as you used to call me, will say your name or somehow draw attention to you, nope, that's not what this is about. So let me know. 7 people. Anybody? Any takers? The clock is ticking away. All right, well, Spoof, you have a lovely, lovely celebration tomorrow. Have a lot of fun, a lot of food. If you exchange gifts, enjoy your gifts. Come and let us know what you got. I'm going to definitely let you know what I got. And I'm hoping one of them is an air fryer, because that will make my life so happy. Matthew needs to eat more air fried foods. I do too. Less fried foods. And maybe we will be able to lose weight and get healthier for the coming year of 2022. Bye, dear. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for your support, your love, and your friendship. Have a great one, everybody. We'll see you soon. Shalom. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy whatever you celebrate. Kwanzaa or whatever. Love ya. Bye.